The 2023 Lifetime Achievement Award will be presented by a universally acclaimed film director and winner of the Berlin Golden Bear, the Venice Golden Lion, and multiple Oscar awards. Please welcome Ang Lee.
Thank you for the ovation. Actually, my theater background is about college level. Not like you people. I'm Lenore DeKoven's student at NYU. She taught us second year directing class. In other words, she taught us method acting and how to deal with method actors. Sometimes it works. I like her class so much. After class, actually, I joined her workshop for years, even after school, way after school. I still went to that workshop, and I learned so much from her. The way she worked on, there's so many about her, but the way she worked on the scene is very much in the beginning, how to set the motivation right, your intention right. And she will go and do a scene, the student will do their scene, then she go back to the beginning and figure out what's wrong with them. We'll be going over 10 times, it doesn't matter. Sometimes even before the scene was started, just there, any nuances they make, any intention they make, movement, even how they utter their voice, the way they breathe, something wrong about what you do, not right and wrong, but something not pure about what your intentions are. So that taught me so much about a theatrical event, how much about acting. And I used that in my movie Brokeback Mountain. in the beginning, you see the two shy cowboys, Heath Ledger and Jack Gyllenhaal, was just positioning, doing this cowboy thing, shy cowboy things, for a few minutes, which is a big fight to the studio. Nothing happens. They're just positioning because they're shy. They don't know what to say. But their body tells you you're going to see a great love story. So I took that from her. That's a secret. Don't tell anyone here, outside of here. Actually, the way I learned from Lenore is not so much about what she say, which is very smart, very accurate, but just the way she is when she faces actors. She will watch the scene like this. When we do the scene, at first I thought she was scrutinizing us, judging us, but no, later I noticed something that's more interesting than a play that we're watching, but watching her connecting with the actors. I think she's making the heart-to-heart connection with the fellow actors. And what's the text? That's a truly theatrical moment to me. It's a connection, which I really took to heart. I've been using that throughout my career, and thanks to her, is that look. Just tune yourself in, it's like meditation. I don't know what that is. Sometimes the look itself can scare the actors. They forget about method and they just behave. And I'll tell them during that experience how I feel about how they feel. It always kind of go right. I figure theater is something, to me, pure and honest. That's why I treasure theater so much and use so much, because in life we have to cover ourselves up so we can live with other people. But in theater, we dare to be honest because we're just playing. And I want to thank Lenore to show me the light, the way of how to play, how to be honest with my fellow actors and audience, how to make that connection so we're not lonely. So I want to thank Lenore, and it's my honor to present this great award, Lifetime Achievement Award, to someone who I think is an all-around great theater person, director, producer, sometimes executive, actor, and most of all, a great educator, Lenore DeKoven.
are looking at one of the luckiest women in the world. I'm here because I have this fantastic, wonderful, caring family. Who've been so careful and good to me that they've kept me alive. Now I'm in my middle 90s. And it is such a treat, so touching. I'm almost unable to express my wonderful thanks to my dearest Ang and David, because he interrupted his work on his next project, which is going to be really exciting. Thank you, dearest Ang. That was a wonderful introduction and also revealing. I'm debating with myself because I have a little story to tell you. I'll try to tell it to you very fast because you poor things, you've been sitting here so long. My father was an actor. He was in about 60 plays, some of which were on Broadway. My mother would take me to the theater on matinee days so that we could have dinner together. One day, when I was very small, she took me to a play called The Eternal Road. It was a biblical extravaganza, and it had a huge set with lots of steps, and there was a work light, and there was a little boy on the set, playing on the steps, running up and down, having a wonderful time. And I looked at him, and he looks like me, like my age, and I said, he's having a lot of fun. I want to do that. And indeed, backstage became my playground. What I learned being able to visit my father in all those wonderful plays that he did, from some of the theater's greatest talents. I watched them and I listened to them and I learned so much from them. So of course I had to share it. And of course I felt that everybody should know what I learned. Guess who that little boy was? His father was also in The Eternal Road. The little boy grew up to be a very famous director named Sidney Lumet. Thank you so much for this outstandingly incredible award, because there is nothing better than receiving acceptance from your peers.